Listen, man, y'all know again and again and again, I keep bringing y'all some of the dopest interviews, man. And I got another one for y'all, man, on Entrepreneur Talk Live, man. I got the lovely Isha Moret.
Yo, yo.
She's in the building, man. She came to stop through, man, and tell y'all a little bit about her entrepreneurship in the music business and just all around success being a black, beautiful queen from Philadelphia, letting y'all know how this shit rock. You know what I'm saying? How
My
you doing?
success and failures, because you can't succeed without failing a couple times. So let's start there. Philly, what's up? Y'all know how I carry it. Came to kick it with my guy, Rome, your favorite rapper.
I appreciate it.
Interview long overdue.
Oh
I
man.
appreciate you having me here.
Oh man, I'm gonna keep it real. Like it's a long time coming from me and Ish because I watched it grow in this business. You know, we came from the MySpaces and to the Facebooks and then to the Instagrams and all the other stuff that they done threw out there. I'm glad to have you in the building. I really wanted you in the building because I have a 15-year-old daughter, so it's like I want her to understand and also get a chance to physically see success hands on, but the grind, you know what I mean? How do you get from A to Z, Z to A? But how did you make your steps? But then this, telling the people a little bit about how you grew up in Philadelphia. We can kind of start there, break a little bit about your background down and take it from there.
Well, for starters, I was born at Einstein Hospital.
Oh, me too.
Let's start there. But I'm a little bit of a floater, originally from Wyoming Ave, Logan Valley, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up with my mother for the most part. My father raised me, but I was stationed here in the city with my mother. She was on Section 8, typical. So we bounced around a lot. So I'm familiar with all territories, all churches I'm welcome in.
Facts.
So I don't really have too many issues nowhere. Besides, I give a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always 10 toes.
Always
I'm never trying to be nobody but myself.
Facts.
I'm true to myself, flaws and all. As you can see, I got my real hair out, no makeup, no
Listen, man, natural as you can be as a Philadelphian, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I love it.
Especially in a whole era where everybody wants to alter who they is to fit in with motherfuckers that
talk your truth. Nobody's anyway.
Anybody.
Wake up home on the couch with nobody in the crib with you. With all this shit going on.
Like, so, my life consists of real trials and tribulations. I'm not about to sit here and tell y'all about, I ain't had no food in the cabinet. Yeah, that's part of my story. That's only that ain't even a quarter of it.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not even a quarter of it. But I say that to say all of those trials and tribulations, they play a part.
Facts.
Of who I've become. You know what I'm saying? The person that y'all see sitting in front of you now. Like, I done been through shootouts. I done been stabbed. I've been rolled on. I done rolled on. You know what I'm saying? I done been booked. I done got freed. I done had RR. I done had bail. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the system. I've been out the system. Shit. I'm half corporate, half street. I'm still in the system.
Right.
So it's just like, it's a never ending cycle. It's a never ending grind. It's a never ending story. So I don't want to drag it out too much, but in regards, for sure, and I'm still beating because I'm a child of God. So, at the end of the day, no weapons formed against me shall prosper. I'm always going to be prosperous.
Talk to him, please.
But nevertheless,
yes.
In regards to music, like my pop was a heavy nigga in the music game. Like, he was New Edition road manager.
Wow.
He grew up under Jazzy Jeff Wilson and all of them. He, him, Larry, my uncle. You know what I'm saying?
That's the now that look she just pulled out that's Philadelphia culture from the and I'm talking about the roots. That's the root.
So, I'm a different type of
dinosaur. Like you want some, some shit.
Yeah, I'm a philosopher raptor when I'm rapping. But I've been doing this shit since I was in like middle school. I started off writing poems. Like, I've always been smart and shit.
Crazy that you say that, because me too. Like, it really started with the
like literally just smart as shit. But I was programmed to be that way. So when my mom was in a room getting high with her boyfriend, she used to lock me in my room. But I always had like spelling books and shit like that. But the way she would keep me out the way was she would make me study
all that
pages.
So you had to sit there where you really had to make a move
or bother her
because you was focused.
You understand what I'm saying?
She gave you some shit that made you focus.
But she would come in and test me.
Okay.
My pop was the same type of nigga. He was a military nigga. My grandfather served in World War I and II. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and that nigga wrote the Temple Medical Manual that the students still to this day got to study to graduate. Yeah.
Wow.
So you
y'all
know,
hear that?
I come from a different type of foundation.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I say y'all think it's rap. Yeah, and it's some
foundation a lot different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I always fell in love with just being like wordplay, just the way I put words together.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't listen. My pop was a different type of nigga. I'm trying to tell you. Right. And I was his baby girl, so it was like he was so strict and so stern. Right? He always kept his foot on the glass. I'm like that with my daughter. I swear. That shit used to burn me out. I couldn't go outside unless I felt what day of the week it was, bro. You know how many fucking days I was in the crib on a Wednesday?
Oh my God.
A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even know how to spell.
Y'all don't even got no books.
Y'all probably don't even
pencils and none of that shit.
What I'm saying right now, like Wednesday day.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I was in the crib more.
That's crazy. You say that.
All of that shit played a part. Like I don't want spelling bees, all kinds of shit. I mean, like my teacher used to come to me like, "Yo, can you write these papers? Can you write these? Can you grade these?" Like
So you was actually that one that was in the classroom that was like the teacher fucking running. Knew you was supposed to be in another grade higher.
Well, when I was in second grade, I got skipped to fifth.
Oh, so yeah, it was on from there. It was a wrap. It was a wrap.
Even in high school, like all my classes and shit was like.
So what the devil thought that the devil would whoop a normal kid with literature and shit like that, you actually sucked the words up because you had an inner philosopher in you already.
It just needed to be molded.
I felt the same way. I called it. I didn't have a voice when I was young until I found the way to capitalize what I was saying. It was funny because my day to day, I would say something, niggas be like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" It would go over everybody's head, and I walk away feeling dumb, like, "What am I talking? Not in English?" Until I put this shit in rap format. Now everybody like, "Who the fuck you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, y'all heard that shit?" So
I think I was like, matter of fact, I was going to Beaver Middle School at West Philly.
Okay.
I was living with my second foster mom. And this is how I fell in love with rap. No bullshit. It was lunchtime. And back then, niggas used to beat on the tables and have
all that shit, yeah.
Right?
Yup. Beatbox and all that shit.
Them niggas was killing it like so bad. And I was just looking at the reaction, but I knew like they were just putting a bunch of shit together. I'm like, this shit don't even make no sense. So I went home that night and I wrote some shit. And like, I didn't see no females in the country, yo.
You fucking me up just saying you acknowledge that shit out of all the females.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like I could dance my ass off.
Even though they wasn't saying some shit, you still knew it was a form of art. If I put it in that form, there you go.
So I was like, listen. I remember when I was like 3, 4, my dad used to ride around. He had the CL Mercedes, the throwback joint. And he was bumping that Roundaway Girl by Cool J. I think that was like the first real hip hop bump that I fell in love with.
Around the way, with me. Yeah, that you real shit.
What?
I ain't gonna lie. I think
don't dick eat because I done already did something crazy to the beat.
The earrings, the boots, like his whole song, like was the era of how we looked.
Listen, so
damn.
I think I was like 12 when I learned how to play my phones.
Okay. That was around the time. Me too. Yep.
That was the reason for me bringing it up, and from there I just been biting shit
ever since.
And I think like I was an angry child.
We are. I think we all that grew up in that. I think that fire. What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. So you was.
But my problem is this: like I be getting rolled on in my head. It's like 15 of us in that motherfucker.
Damn.
So it's just like, that's why my styles is also so versatile. Yeah, that's different. You can be one of my personalities.
All these is the different personalities. That's why I love the bag so much. You know what I'm saying? She brought them with her.
I swear that's exactly how it
And if she took that to work with her and left it in the car, she took
my kids love this.
I love it too.
Okay, so from a graduated street gangster to a paraprofessional child psychologist.
Okay.
So I work with clients from the ages of 2 to 20 that have spectrum disorders like autism, epilepsy, shit like that. Nonverbals. And
So when they look at things, they love that bag.
They're always trying to take this fucking ducky off. Leave my ducky alone, children.
Hey yo, they want the ducky, thinking they're gonna take the ducky and put it in the tub with them. It ain't the one that float.
Yeah.
No, I love that. Yo, as soon as she took it out the car, I said, "Damn."
Everybody loves this bag, and this is like my favorite. I swear.
Like you could go to an amusement park with it. You get, I guarantee, Vegas. You get an elevator in Vegas.
Listen, I have grown men that will stop me and ask me where I got this bag from. They're like, "Yo, my daughter would love that."
Who made it? I don't even want you to dish that joint fly your shit. Don't say nothing.
I started to tell y'all, but the girls that got the bags already, because they got one in pink and they got it in blue. Y'all know the brand. Y'all know what it costs. Y'all know what's going on.
Listen, man, y'all hearing this shit straight from East. I mean, listen, and I know she real with that shit, so it's always authentic. So you know, listen, y'all know what's going on, because I do too. Because that motherfucker fly as shit. I'm ready to ask her to order one for my daughter. The blue one.
But I mean, yeah, so with hip hop, it was just the way I was able to express myself freely.
Right.
I've been in the system from the age of 9 to 17.
Wow. Damn.
And so
you got in there at 9. I got in there at 7.
All of the things that
you saw, I know.
From abuse,
just the time you can open your eyes,
verbal
and look
abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. You understand what I'm saying? And so again, I was a very conflicted, angry individual. So the way that I spit, that's just who I am.
Yeah, it's raw.
That's why it always comes
out like that.
Because
all you know is your truth. All you know is your truth. You don't hide your feelings, and
I don't give a fuck.
Right, and you ain't because it's the. I'm gonna tell you like this. That's what I'm saying. If it's the truth, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Because here's my thing. You can ask anybody. You can backtrack it, research it. You can do whatever. I am exactly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I stand on it, and that's what separates me from a lot of artists. I'm not just going to put one genre on that statement, because like niggas don't even know who they is.
They don't.
They running around with these.
I know.
They walking around with these on.
These niggas got thongs on.
And thongs. Shit. And fishnet tops.
And shit.
And it's the shit that you see in the strip clubs.
Right.
So it's like, it's an oxymoron, because you want a woman to be feminine and you want a woman to be submissive, but what the fuck is we submitting to? Men don't know how to lead. The era I come from, men knew how to lead.
Right. And that leading is,
if you had to yoke a bitch up because she was running her mouth too much, I'm not saying it was okay, but we understand.
We respect came first.
Exactly. Now
it's like these niggas but we ain't from that era. Listen, that's what she's saying.
Listen, now these niggas they shooting our women.
That's what I'm saying.
They chopping them up, they strangling them because they got mommy issues, and they not good with the trauma within themselves, and they're angry.
They're angry.
So every time you raise your voice at a man because you're actually disagreeing with them, and I'm not saying that that's the way to communicate with your other half, because I'm not arguing with my nigga. I'm not trying to argue with nobody. My nigga hates when I go mute.
I'm the quietest now. I'm an Aries, so I'm a church mouse. I'm just gonna go.
If I'm not gonna argue with you,
I'm closing the door.
I'm not a push broom. I'm not going back and forth.
We ain't no punching bags or none of that.
I'm gonna sit the fuck right here, and it burns him bad. He be like, "So you
listen." My thing is
you don't got nothing to say.
This my thing. It's my thing. Love supposed to. If it's some petty shit, and I ain't saying everything is petty. But if it's some shit that I know deep down, see, I judge people by their spirit and their mindset. It's never the flesh. So it's like you might do that, right? If I can just repeat what you did. We're gonna do this shit all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And until one of us crack, or we just say, "Man, come over and give me a fucking hug and stop this shit."
But we're not gonna argue.
Thank
you. That's all I'm saying.
Period. Because you see, baby,
this is my thing. At my big grown ass age, first of all, I don't deal with younger men. I need to be able to learn and grow from them. So like I've always dated older men, right? Because I'm advanced for my age.
There you go.
So at our big ass ages,
ain't nobody doing. Listen, we can't fix it. We fucked
as a woman, I don't feel like I should be combative with my man.
Right. Facts.
I'm
Facts.
not doing it.
Especially if I'm gonna say this right.
We can't have a conversation.
If you don't understand this help right from the what's how they say make this shit make sense. If you don't understand whatever's coming, especially if you come and ask me for the help, it might be a little stern. It might be I don't know. I'm raw. I'm Aries. I'm just speaking what I think it is. It's not to hurt you. It's not to alter shit. It's to the backlash I get. I can't have no opinion.
So let me just intervene.
Go ahead. Talk to me.
With me, it's not about what you say to me, because
it's about how you
it's
say
about
it.
how you say it
Yep.
to me. But you got one time to make me feel like you talking at me.
Right. And see, that's why my thing is as a 45-year-old man, the first thing I say is, you ain't in it. I just need you to listen.
I don't have no
you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But this is the thing.
I'll let you know afterwards. I'll let you get it all off your chest, and then I'll be like, babe, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because I might misconstrue some shit, and I'm all right. But if I don't get an opportunity to tell you I made a mistake, damn, you know what? I heard it wrong, babe. You know what? I apologize.
Right. You know what? Oh, I'm glad that you said that. There are two types of people that I absolutely do not deal with. Opportunists and prideful people.
Yeah. Oh my God, talk
prideful
to me.
Person will never take accountability
for nothing.
I've seen some beautiful relationships, business ships go to
shit
because pride was involved.
Yep.
What I said the other day. Fuck up some beautiful things, yo.
Yep.
If you could just put pride to the side and be like, you know what, I was wrong. You know what, my bad. That's not how I meant it. I apologize if I offended you.
What I just say,
people don't know how to do that.
But they don't know because they don't know what true love is. See, when you love a person,
respect.
But that's what I'm saying. But respect to me is love.
Yeah.
Because for me to respect you, I gotta have some type of care for you to even take the time to hear you. Because most people that don't care about you, they be like, as soon as you walk up, I don't understand. This motherfucker was talking about. They'll flag. They'll walk off. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really gotta fuck with you or know you or like you to respect you. Because the way I was raised, respected you to a dog. Right?
There you go. True that.
I'm gonna give you all the respect until you
disrespect me,
and then the gloves off. That's a whole different bitch that you're talking to at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
you had no morals.
I didn't disrespect
you. There you go.
And because I'm not a prideful person, if in fact we were able to communicate beyond our pride, right?
Right. Yep.
And you would have said, listen, I took it this way. I would have taken accountability. Like, that's not how I said it.
That's how I said it.
My bad.
My bad. I apologize. This is what I was trying to say. If you allow me to.
You understand what I'm saying? Out of respect. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about how you feel.
No. Yep. So
that's, you don't gotta like a person.
And people will think you prideful too, because you will say something like that. Like, oh, I don't know your feelings. I know what we communicating about though, and you took something that I said maybe the wrong way. Let me, you know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. So I get a lot of people in my life as an artist, or people that attach us to the aura. They think that they can always like create the atmosphere what they think we. I be like, listen, stop. I tell them I do this every day. Stop thinking for other people. Ask them, because your thoughts might be totally wrong. And your thoughts, if it's based off your feelings, then I know you wrong. Majority of the time.
Yeah, you can't really you can't move off emotion.
You can't.
That's how you rate crash out.
That should have had you jumping off there. Not me, not us, but people.
No, me.
True.
Yeah.
Because you were jumping.
I'm a human.
True that. No, I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
It's not even about.
Thank you. Thank you. Right.
I'm a
person.
I got feelings just like the next person, right? And so when you start to play with me and play with my feelings, because I don't offer my feelings
to everybody. Facts.
And so because I'm such a preserved person, and I'm very, very tedious as to whom I let and what I let into my energy.
Because of that respect. Yep.
Because of the respect I have for myself.
That's what I'm saying. You're not even gonna put yourself in no space to even get with disrespected. You understand what I'm saying? So when I give you me, right? I give you just a little bit of my aura, my orbit, right? I like that. And you start acting stupid. Right. Like stupid. She said the orbit, man. I like that. What they say, beam me up, Scotty. Go on.
I hate when I be put in a position where I gotta remind them.
Yeah. That's a crazy thing. That's the funny thing about our city. This the city we live in. It seems like we always got to remind some motherfuckers. Every time you can do some of your best shit, you can be there for everybody, and they still don't recognize. And I ain't saying we looking for claps because we do this shit as humans for other humans. But the funny part is, people will always find a way to say, "What you when you giving something out? Oh, it's for you. That shit for y'all. You nigga, you did." I remember one day somebody came in and said, "What you trying to be them two niggas?" I said, "How can I be two other niggas that's being the niggas they say they are?" But you know, that's the world we live in.
That was a dumb nigga that said that.
That was the dumbest nigga on
I
the
don't even
earth.
think he thought that shit all the way through. Cause how the fuck? What would make you even open your lips to say some stupid
Because
shit
the
like
because the world we live in got us. You know what another person said to me maybe a couple weeks ago. I said, "Damn, well, what about?" I said something about Chris Brown, and they said, "Well, that's Chris Brown. You not a real artist." I said, "Well, what the fuck is a real artist?" And it blew my mind. And I said, "Oh, this is why we don't get claps and all this and nobody." Oh, I said, "Oh, so I got to go sell my soul or go sign a major contract for some shit, and y'all don't even know what the contracts in the industry is doing." But then y'all would think I'm a.
Started. I got a single that I'm getting ready to drop called "Don't Get Me Started," by the way. Because please, let me tell you something. I have about, for those that aren't familiar with who I am and what I do and how I do what I do.
Please, baby.
As I stated before, I've been in this game a long time, and people ask me like so many times, "Why you not on yet? Why you so too hot? Why you not signed yet? Why you ain't on a label? Why this? Why that? You should be bigger than this. You should be bigger than that." And when I tell y'all something, the industry,
I know you had some deals on the table.
Just getting a whiff of the shit that devilish ass industry been doing for centuries. I got over 15 contracts.
Oh, I already know.
Sitting in my email room, I will show you.
I know you got them there, because I got them motherfuckers here. Tell you.
First of all,
I ain't signing shit.
Most of the fucking numbers, they play with me.
All the time.
I had Rough House when, matter of fact, before I dropped Hustle Little Baby Hustle, Rough House was trying to sign me, and they wanted to sign me for 5 albums, and 2 possibles for $25,000.
Hell no.
Listen,
5 albums, nigga. I needed $500,000 for each album.
Listen, I've had offers from Overbrook Records. I've had Universal. I've had a single deal when Hustle Little Baby dropped. Offer from DJ Khaled. Listen, I don't even have to sit here. I don't have to do that for y'all.
Right.
Because I am exactly who I say I am, right? And because of who I am and my morals and my principles, it's just certain shit that I'm not willing to even entertain because I know what come with it, right? So if I got to sell myself, let's start there. Not even your soul.
Right.
If I got to sell myself, let's start there.
It ain't happening.
Okay? Huh. I'm good.
Real shit. Not for.
I can't be true to myself because
a label or some shit. You're right. They own you, image, everything.
Your name.
They basically sell it. You basically sign it over your flesh. You might as well say.
Listen.
They say, nigga, we want you in a hot dog suit today, nigga. For
the only thing, by the time they get done with you, the only thing you will still have a name on is a birth certificate.
That's it.
Fuck around and change
your social too. Well, then it ain't even gonna matter if you got to get life insurance on you. That shit ain't even gonna matter.
Oh yeah, because when you get signed, that's part of the contract.
Yeah.
You're part of their
liability. There you go.
So if they're putting all this money out on you, God forbid, Angie Stone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After Angie find out you niggas, but we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. But me and you know.
Listen.
Me and you.
Everything not for everybody.
It's not.
Right? So do what works for you. Like I'm not selling pussy. I'm not a pussy rapper. I've never been a pussy talk rapper. Right? All of my rhymes, videos, everything are based around substance. The substance of my life, real life shit, things that will help our young women grow.
Facts.
And expand the mindsets of our community, right? As a people. I'm not about to sit here. Listen, in all my years, bro, of being in this game, Have you ever heard me have beef with any bitches?
No. Hell no. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
and my name is known from the States
yup,
to the UK,
yup,
South Africa.
yup.
Listen.
And you've been with every pioneer in the city.
Listen.
More than 5 times.
They can all tell you I'm stamped, and ain't none of them got no pussy from me.
And that's why, man, you sitting on this show. Why? Because we some of the artists that's still from Philadelphia. They ain't been touched. Still sturdy. Sturdy, man. And we gonna die. I told this, this one of my sayings, and I'm gonna die this way. So it ain't no need. Y'all ain't gotta have no eulogies or none of that. I'm gonna die this way. I'm gonna tell
you something. I'm with you on that, bro. I'm gonna die this way, but you're gonna die alone.
No, not at all. I ain't gonna die alone either. Because I ain't gonna lie, this is a lonely fucking road, bro. This motherfucker. If they would have told me, shit, I ain't gonna lie. They would have told me.
Some of you motherfuckers is coming with me. Y'all gotta be careful.
Damn, for real. Sheesh.
But no, on a more positive note, like I said, you see, I hate when I gotta remind.
I know.
But you know,
because you carried a lot of shit on your back, for a very long time. And I'm talking about companies, I'm talking about brands, I'm talking about you know, you put a lot of people before you early, if I might say that.
And I'm a little burnt out, you know.
I know you are, but you older and wiser.
And so people, they be asking me, they like, yo, like you act like you just don't really love music like how you used to love music. I'm gonna always love music.
You love it.
That's my soul. That's in me. That's never not going nowhere.
You just know they don't give a fuck.
And I'm more calculated. So when I do move, it's gonna make sense and it's gonna count. I don't have to wasting time no more. And at the end of the day, I'm an energy reader. I'm big on it. I don't give a fuck how you is, who you is, what you've done, who you know, how you can help me. If your morals is shitty and shady, if you're a shitty person, you just ain't shit.
What's my favorite word? Like, niggas ain't shit.
Listen,
I swear,
you're a shitty person, most likely you're a shitty business person.
Yep. And just shitty, period.
You're just a shitty person. Why would I want
You ain't got no regards.
The only nigga in your circle that's eating and everybody else around you starving. Why the fuck do I want to have a conversation with you? If you the only nigga that can walk up to the bar and you buying drinks for everybody and your whole crew of 20 walked in the door with you, why the fuck do you want to talk to me? Why would I want to talk to you?
See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Especially if you know she's the queen, so that's the Saudi shit. Niggas be ego. Motherfuckers think they that. But at the end of the day, dog, that shit don't mean a motherfucking thing. That's what I'm saying. And then these niggas ain't even leading with respect.
Listen. These is your people. They came in here and had your back. 20 of them. You could have at least respected them as men enough to slide them a $50 bill or 20 or 10 here before y'all got the fuck through the door.
Exactly.
So they won't
look stupid as shit.
But no, but to feed your ego.
Yeah, he wanted to be that bull. You know how that shit go, Bugs.
But see, this is why Mitch.
There you go. Hold up. But this is what I'm saying. But this is why. This is why, bro. She just called it. We ain't even gotta lay we ain't gotta put the icing on the cake.
And I don't really bang with too many bitches. Bitches for some. I know. But you know.
But when you good in your own lane, how about that? Like, if you notice, even with me, like, I don't have a bunch of features.
To reach out to everybody in the city at one point in time. Listen, you bitches know. I tried to reach out to almost everybody and say, yo, let's work, right? One or two things happened. Either y'all didn't want to, but y'all said, right? Or y'all would try to get on the track and sound like me. And then when y'all got ran over on the track, y'all don't want to release the tracks and all the nutty shit and stuff like that, right? Or so we'll do collaborations and then y'all prolong them with the
They never come out
and shit like that. I don't collaborate with these niggas because I'm hotter than you niggas. I don't have a reason to collaborate with you niggas, and y'all just want to fuck me. I'm not telling people.
That's crazy, man. The game is really fucked up.
They fucked up the game.
The game is fucked up.
Listen, they fucked up the game when the bitches in the strip club start fucking.
That's what I'm saying. That start there. That where everybody in there ain't throwing nothing, nigga.
Let's start there, right? So you know, it's just trickled on.
Facts.
The fuckery just starts spilling on everything that's current.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's why you see all of the bitches popping ass and selling coochie and talking about,
oh Lord,
yeah,
Jesus.
fucking nigga, he on my.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. It looks
knowing
like
that none of the real niggas doing none of that bullshit,
looks
because
like
I ain't nowhere to be found.
It looks like it's thing. And real niggas do not even like
we don't even do we don't even like that. And I'll be trying to tell them.
And the young niggas, they come from broken homes.
Yeah.
Right? And most of these niggas got good homes.
Really on some real shit, right.
But they feel the need to have to fit in, so now they going out there crashing out and they willing to risk it all for niggas that never had shit.
Yeah, never had shit.
Right? So that's why most of them either dead or in jail.
Right. And they keep, but that's what I'm saying. That's what that, you know what I mean?
So, you know, there's definitely an imbalance out there, right? And so when people like me, that's why I don't really do a lot of interviews.
Right. And I appreciate you, real talk. I really do.
When people like me start to talk, it's different.
But but this is why this joint called Entrepreneur Talk, because you know what I'm saying, live, because we need this in real time. I love my show because it's in real time. I'm not sitting here trying to create something where, it's a certain boundary to it, or it's a certain lane I want to be in. No, this is for anybody who got something real authentic that can look back on. You got an hour worth of footage, whereas though your story is being told by you. So when we go out here and niggas start, that's bullshit, nigga. Because if you go to that interview right there, dog, I said that. I told that. So you can't make, and that's what it is all about. I don't think we have enough of those. And that's what I was missing in my career, the interviews, the right ones. You know, everybody was like, just come to you want me to chill and smoke weed, nigga? Then fuck, I could do that home. That's why when live came, I'm like, nigga, I ain't gotta show the fuck up. That's live meets. Just FaceTime me, nigga.
Right.
I ain't gotta be, I'll rap over the phone, nigga. Fuck it. Cash at me a bean, nigga. I'll spit a joint for your birthday, nigga.
I ain't even doing that. I ain't,
you know what I mean?
Got some money. Give me some money.
You feel? That's what I'm saying. Send me a bean and I'll do the little birthday joint for your nephew, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gotta pull up because you ain't got the money for me to pull up. The Uber is damn near bean, nigga. You over Jersey, or wherever you know what I'm saying. So it's like people gotta understand. God kind of made this certain people that really got the talent. We know how to use this shit, and we know what to use it for. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all niggas, y'all on there putting clothes up there. Motherfucker, you 50 some years old. You still putting outfits on the joint, nigga.
I mean, it's never too late, though.
It's not.
You gotta think about it. Like, Ford was created when a nigga was 62, right? KFC was created when a nigga was 45.
Yeah, true.
You know, so it ain't never too late. But you gotta, like I said at the beginning of the interview, I'm not just about to talk about my successes,
right?
But also my failures, right? So you gotta try some shit.
No, you do.
You gotta find your niche. You do. And you might have to stumble. Listen, we all stumble before we learn how to walk. Yeah. So that's just a part of the process. You gotta trust the process. And you can't expect for this shit to come overnight.
It's not.
It's definitely not.
I'm 20 plus years in. Shit.
Especially if it's not God's timing,
right? No, I'm gonna keep it real. If it ain't God, I don't do nothing without His cosign. I ain't even gonna lie.
Man, you can't rush.
And I really believe, and truthfully, that's why we still here. And it's like nothing that you don't. My name Rome, your favorite rapper. You think motherfuckers like that shit, but you ain't heard a nigga.
Right.
You ain't heard a nigga. Why? Because when people ask in the street, who wrong? They don't even hear the favorite rapper part. Who wrong? Wrong? My nigga wrong? Bro, that other shit, y'all don't even need that. Because that's already solidified, bro. That's already in the semen. Yeah. That's what we overcame. Why y'all looking for that? What?
Ain't no stain on my name.
There you go.
I ain't had none. I've never
had. Let me high five on that.
I ain't had a stain on my name, and that's how. Like, my name is clean. My name is good in the streets. My name is good. Period. Like, I was a fucking nuisance as an adolescent. I already told y'all in the beginning.
Yo, you on fire, boy. Y'all.
You understand what I'm saying? And I am exactly who I say I am, and please do not make me revert back to who the fuck I was. Okay, let's start there. But you know, like, I am the trooper.
You are. And I always looked at your name not to cut you off, I always looked at your name when I heard the trooper. I always looked at it like, she coming through, because every time you would come through a show, like you were, hey, boy, look, all the niggas, this shit, you talking about break your neck back in the day, don't Trooper coming. It used to always seem like it was a fucking red carpet or some shit getting pulled. I'm telling you, you still is the queen to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? No, never, because we ain't out doing a million shows no more and all that shit. Like I tell niggas, we did it already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm just glad to be able to wake up, man, and go through my process and I can love on it. Compared to back then where we was just hustling and grinding it and hustling and grinding and people beating me out of money and I'm paying this motherfucker, this the manager, he coming back like.
See, that's the side they don't talk about.
They don't.
That's the side of the shit that they don't talk about. Everybody just see the glitz and the glamour and they buzzing. Oh, this person hot. But y'all don't understand.
I took major L's
all night long in the studio till the sun come up and you still gotta get your kid to school at 7 in the morning because you up writing rap. So you gotta be to work or you calling out because you got a show. Nigga done fired you again. Right. You on your third motherfucking job.
Oh my
you on probation. You on your third motherfucking strike. But you around all of the niggas living like a rock star, smoking weed.
Right.
Nobody talks about the gritty, grimy parts of the industry and what it takes to really endure the hustle and the successes of being an up and coming artist. Right? Y'all just see it when it's popping. Motherfuckers don't even support the vision. They don't until it's painted on the board.
Yep.
But I don't get mad at them though, Ron. You want to know why? Because when God gives you the vision, it's for you.
It's for you, and it was your vision. It's your blessing. And none of them people that we think posted can't take it from us.
Yo, so I'll be like, motherfuckers knew I was coming here. They knew I was coming here tonight. Who I come with?
Yourself.
See what I'm saying?
And I'm glad because look who I here, just me and my daughter.
Listen, motherfuckers won't even support you. Just pop out on some.
They won't
muscle shit at an interview.
They won't
because they don't believe in it.
They don't. Until they see it and they like
that you believe in it, right? But it's like that's why I say you got to stay true to yourself, right, and what you believe in, because sometimes you got to motivate yourself.
You see this? We created our own work. We created our own work.
You see where we come from? It's nothing in my city that's motivational. Nothing. There's no motivation in my city. It's death and depression, hate, envy.
Jealousy
and grief
all day long,
and there's nothing
else, man,
motivational in my city that will even help you get going and keep going. This city, listen, bro, I'm so fucking mad every morning when I wake up and I be staring at crackheads.
I know. Damn, I just said.
But I know what I'm supposed to. I know where I'm supposed to be,
bro.
Right? But this is where I'm at right now. But see, it's shit like that where sometimes you gotta turn that little bit of struggle into your own motivation.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you,
that'll give you that you want to get the fuck up out of here. Like these are gonna be my last couple of years.
Like real shit. I could have look. My daughter 15. When she turned 18, like I've been got to look. This is the funny part. God already planted the seeds.
Yeah.
I could have been going, but it was like I'm going. I gotta. It's something. You know. I noticed we all leave or everybody leave, then they always end up back, right? So I said,
then they die.
And then they die. So I said, maybe in my lifetime I could create something here that I can leave here when I leave. I'm gonna leave, but it's gonna be here. When I come back, I'm gonna be with my homies. Like, what you got a whole joint on whatever South Street, or we got a whole studio for the kids though, not for no adults.
Right.
This shit, like my dream ain't got nothing to do with no grown-ups, but how's making sure that motherfucker cut on and cut off and the kids can come in there and do everything they need to do, because all my life they said the kids are the future. They told us we was the future. So we got now I'm 45 and I'm looking like this shit is this shit is crazy.
Yeah, these kids are still the future of destruction.
They are, you know what I mean? And it's just like we got of destruction.
For sure.
Because like she said, it's nothing. It's nothing. God is nobody can show them
a better way.
In real time. Everybody we can talk it.
And the motherfuckers they idolize.
And they knocking them off before they can even.
Horrible.
This is crazy, East. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's there's no code out here no more.
No morals, no rules, no regulations.
I'm from an era where
women and children don't touch.
Another nigga hood without getting rolled on. Right? We come from that. You had to know your area,
boundaries. You went to Abbotsford, nigga. You was. But
here's the thing, though. They might beat the shit out you,
but they'll let you get. Yeah, they wasn't shooting.
You understand what I'm saying? And these fucking young bulls wasn't even allowed to come outside and see none of the shit when the uncles.
Them niggas was upstairs in the bed hearing. They was hearing shit, but they was in the bed.
And because if you got the fuck about that bed, you was getting
your ass whipped too. Oh hell yeah! That's what I'm saying. Everybody knew what discipline was. Now, but you know what's so crazy? I feel like ever since when they passed the law that the parents can't discipline the kids no more.
Oh.
Remember when they passed that law where you can't beat the kids and all that shit no more? That's when this shit fucked up, bro.
I beat the shit out of a kid.
Who? Me too. What the shit out of my daughter?
Let me tell you something, right?
I got ass whoopers. I'm a grandma baby. My grandma whooped my ass.
Ain't no worse an ass whooping than an ass whooping that you can think back on.
That's what I'm saying. And still feel that shit.
And it was no worse an ass whooping than a grandparent.
Grandma whooped my ass, nigga. I used to be like.
Let me tell you something. My pop, my grandpa, my grandma, they could look at me.
Oh yeah. You know, no real shit. My grandmama looked like a demon, bro. Listen, my grandma used to be so red. I used to look at her. I'm talking about she had wore glasses, bro. The glasses had tint. You could see you knew her eyes was red. She'd look at us and she'd be like, y'all better get the fuck upstairs before I put something on y'all niggas. I used to be like, and she had them glasses on like, and I used to be like, I get upstairs like, why grandma so fucking mad? I wasn't cursing them, but I'm like, why grandma so mad?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know you did.
What? I know you fucking did. Had a leather belt this thick, nigga. I hid the first one. And she felt the second one. Listen, this the fucked up part. She felt the second one with ripples though. Listen. I said, where that mother? You ever dreamed that a belt disappeared? I just knew I had. I said, yeah, that black belt. You ever got your
ass whooped in the tub?
What?
Oh, all right. Listen. Anyway, we gonna get back to this music because we could sit here and kick it real time. Oh my god! At least you ain't got no wee-wee. You ain't got no wee-wee. Oh, I definitely don't got a wee-wee.
I was like, I fell down the step. Look, I ran out the tub and my grandma had to stoop like we had that little art. You know, I used to go down the step and had that little square part, and then you can go there. Man, I fell down in that little ducky square part on the steps. Grandma looked at me, get your. I said, I ain't getting nowhere near no water. I don't even think I got no pools that summer. The water plug, nigga, I was scared of water fucking with her because I ain't never knew when she was going to. Yeah, because we was getting our ass whooped for all types of shit. Because I kept the clean drawers on and they put the play clothes on.
I'm fucking stupid. But guess what, though?
I was getting that.
I'll be now, though.
Yeah. I love her to death, though. That tough love really showed me. For sure. She loved me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say when I go back, I say, damn, the tough love that I thought she gave me I thought it was wrong. But then when I look at all the niggas she kept me from, they dead and gone. You know, once they saw they in jail. I'm like, damn, that ass whooping, I could have got killed or in jail. So I'd rather have took that ass whooping and still been in the house to eat, look at TV, you know, just still do the basic, like you said, the human shit. Yep, when you get off that ego and pride shit and realize you a human being, you realize how close you then came to death. How many times you done been with motherfuckers that you could have been dead or you
done dodged the bullet?
Shit.
Child, I had a nigga try to shoot me in my motherfucking head, put the gun to my head, pull the trigger and everything. Thankfully, I was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing when the gun went off? Because I didn't want to be with him. These niggas is
God. And you know, not to bring this up, but I lost a sister like that. I lost a sister like that. That same situation. Ex baby father, leader baby father. Right, moved to California, get married to a musician, and then he wound up, you know, not being everything he was supposed to be, and then she winds up moving back. They both coming to see her at the same time to see their kids.
Stop playing with these niggas and these kids, and that's a dangerous fucking game at the end of the day. Bitch, be by yourself. Okay, sit that cat down.
Baby father show up, the ex-husband in there. All of a sudden, the gun get pulled out. She gets in between, hit my sister in the head. She dies. The husband winds up picking up her gun and shooting the baby father. He runs off. They caught him. She died. You know what I mean? And this was 3 years ago. And it's so when you say that, it's just like it's just like. But that's what I'm saying. Like just saying something like that happened. Like you literally, it was direct. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. It's a crazy world out here, and that's why I tell my daughter, take your time. If they ain't coming like daddy, man, they don't love you sincerely. It's like I said, I got this, like I said, I tell people, I take care of my daughter like I take care of myself. So I know I can take care of another human being, you know what I mean? If she allow, I always tell people, if you allow me to. Now keep that word allow, because regardless if we married or we in a long, I don't own you. You still, I honor people's decision. Your communication, they say, is everything, but a lot of people they don't really communicate.
People don't know how to communicate.
I love to sit up all night. If I got to sit up 8-9 hours just to sit there, I want to understand, because I love learning.
People lack the bare necessities of
right.
just communication.
Right.
They don't know how to manage their emotions.
They don't.
They don't know how to deal with trauma.
They don't.
Like, I hate when motherfuckers be like, well, why you ain't checked? When you gonna self-check? At what point in your life is you gonna
self-check? Right. Why is it on me?
Like, we at our grown ass age.
And why you make it think it that like, I had to tell, no foul, no play. I had to tell my brother that, like, bro, like, we are not 20. Bro, our kids is grown, bro. We got grown kids, bro. My son is 26. Your niece is 15, bro. What are you talking about?
Namaste. I'm in a point in my life and place in my life where listen. I don't ever have to talk to you ever again.
Look,
ever. If it's disturbing my peace.
Yep. And I can live with that. I can live with that, and I'm going to live with that.
Because I'm a patient person.
Me too.
Right? And I'm a humble person. So most times I've tried to fix, even if I didn't break it.
Right.
Just so I could sleep better at night, right?
Right. Just know you can't say I didn't try.
So all right, get the fuck on.
I can't do it. That's why I say this been the year. This been my year of. As long as I got him, I don't need nobody else. I don't need nobody else. And I'm not mad at nobody, because I got rid of myself. I got rid of myself. It ain't even y'all. It's me. Yeah, I'm fixing me. Let me go look.
I don't even need a seat at your table. I got my own.
Yeah, I got my own.
Got my own table.
You know what I mean? And like I say, and I can live like this for the rest of my life. When you go to prison, when you go to, like, people don't understand, when you go somewhere where you never been and you survive it, that shit be with you forever.
Let me tell you something.
You put me in a full room, a corner. You put me in a closet right now, I'm gonna survive that motherfucker. I get
creative with my back against the dresser. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, you feel me?
I get creative when my back is against the dresser. Call it.
You know what got me through prison? All them poems you was talking about. I was in there writing poems for niggas,
for sure.
And didn't write poems since damn near 4th or 5th grade. But I'm in there like niggas like, yo, I need my mom, my wife, my girl. I'm like, what's her favorite color? What's she like? And I was in there, literally, this is how I got comments. I didn't have no money in my books. This is how I got pens. People are saying that song. I said, looking for a pen and a pad to write this hook. You know what I'm saying? Because never knowing that it would be poetry that would feed me in prison. And I couldn't even remember a rap. Niggas like, you look like a rapper. I said, I do rap. Niggas like, I think I spit one rap to some niggas. They was on some shit. They boxed me like kind of like in one of them niggas' huts, and I'm in the cell. And they like, I spit this Michael Jackson joint. Michael Jackson Thriller, ain't nobody iller. Niggas was like, Michael Jackson. Oh yeah, that nigga rap. And they just walked off. I'm like, and I ain't never spit another rap, and I'm in there like just writing poetry for people, like, and people don't know, when you got God. I asked God for 2 things: my kids and the music. I said, if you give me another opportunity to get out of here and get my kids, I want full custody of my kids, and I want my music. And anything you tell me to do, I'm on. Like, you go before me. Wow. And he gave me everything. I lost some stuff. I lost my ex-wife. I lost, being a father to her. I lost a few things. I almost lost the crib. I almost lost the shit. I almost lost the crib because I was in prison for 3.5 months. No rent got paid. So luckily, niggas was frauding in the building and maneuvering the management at the time, where it was like, oh no, you back? All right, well, we need a stack. You still got the joint. I'm like, but trying to get the money out of her because she left. So they were trying to get it out of me and the ex-wife. So it was like, she wound up coming back. We wound up getting back together, paid the shit. We wound up keeping it on. She left again. She left me 3 times. And I tell people 3 times, it's just 3 strikes.
You know what's crazy? Somebody just recently said, if you haven't been heartbroken at least twice, then you're not about to, like, you haven't found love.
Right.
Like the third time was when you're supposed to find love.
That's probably my third. Yeah, I'm looking.
But
You know, I ain't
I'm
looking.
kind of over it. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm not keeping real with you.
Listen, I'm so busy. I don't have time.
My significant other has to be somewhere in the lane I'm in because I don't see me just walking the block, sitting in the car myself. How you fuck all that? I'm done with all that fake facade shit.
Nah,
you don't know me.
I don't think I can fuck with nobody that's doing what I'm doing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just being honest with
you. Know what I'm saying? Like, not saying doing what I'm doing, but I mean like in my lane that understand. Because everybody I ever met was the opposite. Like they just like, but they act like they for it. Oh, I like niggas with braids. I like locks. And then it's like, then all of a sudden it's like I start leveling up. I don't like none of that. I don't even like rap. What? What the fuck is that?
You sleeping with a stranger?
So that's been like almost my whole career. So it's just like I've been sitting back like, and then when I did get married, my ex-wife was from New York. I moved to New York, left Philly, moved to Yonkers, moved out White Plains, married to out there, and was cool. And she got sick with cancer, brought her back to Philly because our hospital was like 2 hours in New York. I'm like, you gonna die. I can't make it dead. You die in the car and I'm trying to, that's some scary shit. Yeah. So brought her here, saved her life. And she left me. He'll tell you. But it's all good because I saved her. That's all. I did my job.
Yep.
That's what God wanted me to do. Get her the fuck up out of there to save her life. So, and it saved my life too because it helped me get my daughter. I got full custody of my daughter when she was 3. She's 15 now. So it's like I've been doing this single father stuff for, damn.
I could have swore I put my phone on don't disturb.
You did, but you know, this is all good. But you know, it's like it's a beautiful thing though to know that your head is screwed on right.
Oh, yeah.
You know who you are.
And don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm getting ready to drop a lot of music.
I can't wait. That's what I've been waiting for.
Yo, Anda just shoot me up.
Man, Anda,
listen, I'll show you the text message she sent me. You are going to crack up.
What she was mad about?
Like, bitch, see me. I ain't scared of you neither. She like, cause you motherfuckers think you too good just sitting on all that motherfucking music. Don't want to share with nobody. And I just cracked up.
That's Anda though.
That's my dog.
That's my dad. You know, that's sis, man. And I used to tell, like when Anda was falling, that was another reason why I brought her on the show. She like, bro, we went through our little shit. She got mad at me, but I'm like, I love you, man. Like, fuck that. I'm gonna tell you shit. Other niggas. First of all, I want y'all to succeed. We need that. I need somebody for my daughter to look and say that's a real woman right there. Yeah, for sure. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like we don't have enough. We don't have the Maya Angelos. We don't have enough. In a minute, it's gonna look like the niggas is the bitches. These motherfuckers is walking down with eyelashes longer than a nigga fucking fingernail. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
this is what they walking around with.
They walking around with that shit.
With bags and shit.
You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, man, we gotta fix this shit.
Hold on. For the record, I don't have nothing against the happy people. Okay?
Right.
This is not no shade to the happy people.
It's not.
Y'all not the ones that I'm talking about.
We said the ones that's
talking about the ones that
transforming.
No, we're not even talking about them because that's a big part of the happy people too. You gotta think about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the niggas that's always rapping about killing 30 niggas with one gun and rap.
Oh.
And they walking around with like this.
Yo! She said killing 30 like niggas with one gun.
The ones that be walking around with this joint.
Yeah.
Like that. That's who we talking about. Y'all gotta chill.
Yo, listen, when I roll up my album, when I edit this is gonna be dope.
No, for real.
They really walking around like
because like I don't even think that I really think y'all thorough and y'all really clowns. Like it's like everything about y'all from like stop fucking going into women's stores and stealing my jeans. I'm tired of having to order shit online. Like we want to see, like we want to wonder if you got a big yummy or not. Like we don't want to see it packed up like that shit. We know it stink. We know it's funky when you take them fucking ethicas off. We know that shit whamming. Like don't. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all want to be walking around in fucking Under Armour, fucking Ethicas, and hoodies, and goose coats, and ski masks. Like, y'all dirty as shit. Y'all getting on my nerves.
That's crazy,
y'all getting on my nerves.
And it's the honest fucking truth. And let me tell you
something. Us women need to start calling them the fuck on these shit.
Please.
Because I know your twat stink. If you laid up with him, and he and them ethical.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why when these women be brushing,
So,
look, that's why when these
let me
women
tell
be
you
brushing
something.
past me,
Like, let me
listen.
tell you something. That's enough. That's enough. Like, we have to start breaking the cycle.
Yeah.
We gotta start calling motherfuckers on their shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a real motherfucker, they not gonna get offended. They might not like to hear what you're saying,
But they gonna
but
switch. They gonna check. They gonna check themselves.
I guarantee you, if you call a dirty bitch out for being a dirty bitch and tell her she look a mess, like a real life
bitch
mess,
gonna
like
go
bitch,
clean her ass up.
she's never gonna come out the house again like that. Stop lying to your friends.
Real shit.
Y'all real fucking friends, hold them accountable for their nonsense. That go for the old niggas to the young niggas, the new bitches to the old bitches.
Yep.
Start holding them accountable for their nonsense. That's the only way you're gonna break the cycle. Until then, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of circus shit out here, consistent clown shit. And I don't want to be a part of none of it.
And
like,
everybody want to keep co-signing that bullshit like it's
did you
cool.
see this shit on fucking TikTok where the one bitch was basically crying her eyes out, was calling her fake ass friend a fake ass bitch because she got in the fucking car on the girl's birthday and looked better than her. She's like, why would you wear that? You look better than me. You get all the attention. You know your body weight better than mine.
I'd have been
like,
what the fuck I got to do with your birthday?
I say that to say this. This is the reality of like people psychologically, like they fucking off.
They are. They get in the car and tell my girlfriend, you look better than me. Like,
and it's my birthday.
What type of judgment?
It's my birthday.
I'd have been like, then you should have went out the fuck by yourself. Why take me out with
why would you wear that?
Right. And why would you? Because you know I'm gonna wear some shit that's fly.
How I'm coming.
You telling me the whole time. Exactly. See what I'm saying? This the dumb shit.
But back to this music shit because it's past 8 o'clock.
Right.
So we about to wrap it up. But like I said, I did appreciate being on the show. Your platform is dope. I'm proud of you. Keep up the great work,
thank you, Ish.
It's been long overdue, and I am so excited to just see the great things that you're getting ready to pop out
we about to. You gonna be a part of it. You gonna be a part of it. No,
so let's start there.
You're gonna be a part of it.
Y'all haven't already. Tap in, tune in, fuck with Rome. He been at it for a while. We've been at it for a while. The
Real
don't
shit.
stop because the bills don't. So whether y'all fuck with us or not, we gonna
continue to do what we do.
We gonna continue to hold it down for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me already, that's
please.
Fine. Get to know me a little bit. If you don't already, if you choose not to for somebody else's personal reasons, then fuck the both of y'all. I'm just giving you the
Love
it.
it.
You can definitely follow me on all social media platforms. Ishamare, ISHAMARAE. You can stream my music on Tidal, Amazon, Apple. Ishamare, ISHAMARAE.
Make sure y'all hit that Pandora up too. Make sure
y'all hit all of it. I'm on everything smoking, and I'm only going to continue to work. So I'm only going to get better because I'm tired of listening to y'all fucking up the game. Y'all spoiling the music. Y'all spoiling the music. Y'all diluting it with nonsense, and I'm sick of it. So I gotta bring that shit back. Yep. I gotta bring texture back. I gotta bring texture back to the cotton cloths.
Exactly.
And it's like, So yeah.
That's what we doing. Listen, you got any shout outs? You want to shout anybody out?
No.
So listen, man, y'all know what it is, man. We on another episode of Entrepreneur Talk with the lovely Ishamare, man. You know what the vibes. We see you next time. I'll at your boy and your girl. Yes, sir.